Breaking news, high achiever. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. I know you knew this already, but just a small percentage of people are really efficient about organizing that day the best possible so they could reach their goals the fastest possible. Well, today I'm going to share with you time management tools for coaches. Hey, high achiever, I'm Fabienne Raphaël, and I'm here to help you monetize your knowledge so you could finally fire your boss. And yes, I want to share with you some time management tools because I feel it's important. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. It's easy to feel that we don't have enough time. It's funny because it's always the same type of people that are saying, oh my God, 24 hours, not enough in one day. Exactly. Maybe you're not focusing on the right things. So let's cut that clear today and let me help you out with a few things. So the first thing that you could start doing, right, is actually noting everything that you do during the whole day. So you wake up, you do this, you brush your teeth, you make breakfast, go get a takeout somewhere or whatsoever. Like what you do, you write, okay? And then next to what you're doing, ask yourself if it's something that you necessarily have to do or if it's something that you could delegate. And next to that, write what's the amount that it's worth. So let's say that you spend 3 hours cleaning your home. How much is it worth? If you pay a cleaning lady or a cleaning man for, I don't know, $100 for those 3 hours, is it worth it for you to spend this time doing your own cleaning of the house? Or you might as well spend those 3 hours doing stuff that will allow you to earn more money for your business. So there's a huge difference between doing this stuff, the little stuff, that is not necessarily a big return on investment, compared to doing the really important things that will lead to have you have more clients to your business. So for example, if you spend time, like let's say 2 hours a day for prospecting, so interacting with your target audience or having private conversations with people or networking or attending those social Zoom calls and also whatsoever. So these are very lucrative times because it could lead for you to have a client, or it could lead to go on a sales call and probably have a client or a reference, right? Because the more you connect with people, the more these people know more people that know more people, and then it keeps going on and on and on. Okay, so you're in front of more people, you're expanding your reach, and it's easier for you to get business. So doing your laundry, going to the grocery store, do your groceries and all that stuff. It's stuff that you could delegate. And when we go to technical stuff, especially for coaching business, for example, let's say if you want to send a bunch of emails to people that you have on your list, or if you want to do your video editing, or if you want to do something that requires you to be there longer than what you're supposed to, then it means that it's time for you to hire someone that does it. So you pay that money, it liberates you time, energy into focusing into your strengths and also into things that are generating money for your business. So that's extremely important. Write down everything that you do, write down how much it's worth, and write down how you could actually switch these activities into doing something that you're great at. Another thing that you could do is have theme days. So for example, if I give you my example, well, I usually do all my interviews on Wednesdays. So whenever someone is inviting me on a summit or on a podcast, well, I try to make it go on Wednesday. And if it's not possible, depending on what the opportunity is, I might allow it to be on another day or not. So it happens that I decline invitations because it's not part of what I schedule during my theme days. Okay, so that's extremely important. Again, theme days. If you feel that you want to work 2, 3, 4 days a week on your business and then have that day off on Friday, for example, then Friday, don't schedule anything. Respect your schedule, respect yourself, and give yourself the right priorities to make sure that you're happy in everything that you're doing and people at home don't feel that you're grumpy and you're impatient and all that stuff. So we'll help everyone. The big question you have to ask yourself though is, if you're doing something, is it something that will bring you closer to your goal? So while you're sitting and watching, I don't know, binging on Netflix, for example, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't binge on Netflix. What I'm saying is that how long you're binging on Netflix. So if you feel like you're doing that all day for the whole week and you're complaining your business is not going well, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't binge all week on Netflix. That's what I mean. If you use Netflix or if you use that binge time just to relax and just not think about anything, well, it's okay to take that time because you know you're going to feel good, rested, and ready to do something else right after and energized, for example, especially if it's a series that you really enjoy. Okay, so reflect on, is what I'm doing bringing me closer to my goal? So extremely important, especially if you are an opportunity seeker. I remember I was like that when I first started with my first business. I was looking for opportunities everywhere and I was a great buyer. Anything that people would offer me, I would grab it and buy it and try to consume it and not consume it at all sometimes, but buying would make me feel good because I felt, well, I'm investing into my business and I'm making it go forward. Forget it. It didn't, because I was not focusing on anything, right? I was just giving myself the impression I was doing something, being extremely busy and buying a lot of stuff, but then it wouldn't give me any results. So try to think about whenever you're buying something, whenever you're having a conversation, whenever you are connecting with someone or you are present on another podcast, is it in front of the right people, right? Or you're losing your time? If you connect with someone and they invite you to speak in front of an audience, well, is that audience your target market? If it's not, well, refuse. And it's okay because it makes people respect you more at the end, and it makes them realize that you're not acting out of, oh my God, I wish I could get clients out of this opportunity. And that's not what you want to project as a business owner. Another great tool for time management is a timer. Everyone has a timer on their phones. If you don't have a phone, I'm surprised, but you could put a timer on your computer or you can have one at home and you just put it at, let's say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatsoever, the time that you need to accomplish this task. And let me tell you something, you will make it happen within that time. It's so funny, like how great of a result it gives. Do you remember when you were in high school and you had to take an exam and they told you, well, you have, 60 minutes to do it? Would you do it in time? Most of the time, yes, because you have a specific time to do it. But let's say if they told you, you have the whole day to do it. Oh yeah, you'll be like, oh yeah, I have the whole day. And then at a certain point, almost last minute, you realize, oh my God, I haven't done that. I need to do it, whatever. So it would have taken you the whole day instead of taking you like 60 minutes because you didn't frame yourself into that period of time to make sure you're effective, you're productive, and it gives you the result you're expecting. The other thing I wanted to share with you was focus on one thing per day. And what's the most important thing to accomplish during that day? And try to start that day with that most important thing. Some of my clients actually have this struggle in common when they're starting out, is that they're like, well, at the time that I get to do my business stuff, I'm too tired to accomplish anything. So when I come back home from work, I'm exhausted. I don't feel that I have enough energy whatsoever. So my tip for these people, especially if it's you, well, is that just start with what you have to do first thing in the morning. Okay, before going to work. Try to accomplish that for your business before you do anything else, because this is the time where you have the most energy. When you get up in the morning, well, of course, you might need that little routine there, taking your coffee, having your breakfast, or doing your yoga and all that stuff, or your exercise, but try to make that happen really at the beginning of your day and see the difference, okay? Let me know in the comments. The other thing is why it's important to focus on one thing. And it's in the book Essentialism. So if you haven't read that book, go and read it because this could be life-changing, okay? So if you have a circle here, a sphere, let's say this is your energy, and you have one thing to accomplish. It means that if you have an arrow that goes out this way, all your energy is in that same arrow. So it means that the energy goes up pretty quickly. But let's say you have many things to accomplish and many arrows. So it means that you have several arrows going out of that circle in many directions. So how much of your energy will it require for you to actually make that circle move forward in each of the areas where you're putting your energy. So forget about it. If you only focus on one thing to accomplish per day that brings you closer to your goal, your life will be so much easier and you will be happier. Finally, the last thing I want to let you know is it's important to celebrate. So celebrate your wins. If you are able to finally be efficient with your 24-hour days, well, yes, celebrate about it. If you accomplish that one thing and it's 9 o'clock in the morning and you still have the whole day to go to do whatever you want, do whatever you want, because you should celebrate those wins. And again, the more you celebrate, the happier you are and the happier everyone in your household are too. So I feel that with these tools, of course, if you implement them, your life will probably be a bit lighter. Try to implement them the most possible and see the results that are happening. And I want to know about these results. So in my next video, what we're going to talk about is what you need to know before hiring a business coach. All right? So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.